You know what? I'm so sorry, Miss Wilson. That restaurant was a bit expensive, wasn't it? For me, that's normal, but it might have surprised you at the meeting. I wasn't sure if you were able to get anything at all. Hello there, Tanya. There's no need for such formal apologies at this time. I see what you mean by how you felt. It was indeed a bit more expensive than I expected, but the prices on the menu seemed different. It's okay for you to call me Carly. Oh, don't worry about such formalities. I hope that it's okay to address you by your first name while we have conversations. Oh, okay, Carly. Well, I suppose it's all right to use our first names with each other. I was just wanting to be more polite, that's all, but I'm afraid it might be weird to be so casual when I'm talking to someone like you. Oh, please, we're about to become relatives soon, are we not? I think it would only be natural for us to be on a first-name basis and for all of us to get along. Oh, well, thank you, I guess, for thinking that. I suppose I'll just call you Carly from now on. It's nice being more on a first-name basis, even though you struggle with money, right? I'm surprised you remember the prices written on the menu, since I don't look at the menu. I don't remember. Regardless of the price, I eat what I want and drink what I want. Wow, you're like that whenever you go out for dinner? Is that so? Well, that's very interesting. Actually, that's quite impressive. I guess you just do whatever you like no matter how much things cost. Wish I could do that. Well, to be honest with you, Carly, you don't really look like someone with high capabilities, but don't take it the wrong way. I'm just giving my honest opinion, and I think I've got the right to do that at this point in time. Well, it's not like I have any special abilities. Besides, I come from a single-parent household, so I don't have much money, status, or ability. I didn't have a lot when I was raising my son. When I see someone like that, I just can't leave them alone. I always end up wanting to treat them to something nice. But sometimes it's very difficult for me to accept someone so poor who can't even afford some food. Oh, I suppose I get it, but I do have one request, if that's okay to ask. I'm just wondering about something. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little anxious about this meeting. I know it's important. Yes, of course, Carly. Oh, you can tell me anything, since we're both mothers and need to stick together. But you do know that you can come to me for anything, okay? Does your husband know about the position that I'm in? Have you mentioned anything to him about me? I heard that he's more understanding when it comes to other people. Oh, are you talking about Rick? No, I've not gone into much detail about you with him. We haven't had many chances to talk lately. He's been acting all nervous, and it doesn't make me want to have many conversations with him at all. I think that it's best for others to get to know you themselves instead of hearing things from people other than the person they're mentioning. I see what you mean. I completely agree with that, Tanya. Thank you for not saying anything. But I would like you to know one thing about me, okay? I can explain things myself. If I know about the information that you give to me in advance, I'll have to be more careful with what I say, or people will start judging me really quickly. I just want to build a good relationship with the mother of the groom. She'll soon be my son's mother-in-law, and I don't want to get on your bad side. When I talk to him, I plan to talk about the company, and then I'm more in control of what's being said. Is this all okay with you? I didn't mean to spring this on you too much. No, of course, you're fine. I'll let you do the talking for yourself, and I'll make sure that everyone is on their best behavior for the family meeting. I hope you being poor and having no status doesn't become a problem in the future. I'm sorry for putting too much attention on you. I just want everyone to have a good time whilst they're getting to know you. We want you to feel more included and to be a part of this family, even if you're poor and everything. I get what you mean, but I just wanted to keep more of a low profile, so please don't worry too much about this. Just, please, don't tell your husband anything. That would be great. But I'm looking forward to meeting him and having a nice dinner as a family. It'll be really fun. I hope that we can have a good time together while eating some really nice food. Me too. Oh, I hope we'll have a lot of fun getting to know one another and talk about our lives and our careers. I'll tell my daughter not to worry. I'm sure that we'll all have a ball together. I'll try not to bring up you being poor too much. I feel less worried now about it than before I told you, so thank you. We're going to become a family after all, so it's best to keep the communication open. I'll see you at the family meeting. Why, hello again, Carly. I was hoping to message you again because I've got a few concerns about what's going to be said at this family meeting. We need to talk immediately about this, otherwise this could be a disaster for me. Oh, hi there, Tanya. What is it? It's very nice to hear from you again so soon. I'm looking forward to meeting you tomorrow and joining our families together. But what are these concerns you're talking about? So I was asking Daisy a bit about your family. I just felt it was better to talk to you about this in advance rather than at the dinner table so that no one chokes on their food or anything when they're expressing how they feel. It's paramount that we talk about this right now. It can't wait any longer, and I don't think I can stand this being on my mind either. It concerns you and how you've gotten to this point in your life. Oh, okay. What is it that you wanted to talk about, Tanya? Are you sure it can't wait until the dinner? Must this be discussed over the phone like this? So I had no idea that Brian was raised in a single-parent household. That he was raised by only you. Were you trying to hide that little piece of information about you? Huh? What do you mean? Why are you even talking about this? How is this something that you needed to know? I don't think this sort of information is important for everyone in a family meeting to know. Well, your son never mentioned anything up until now about his upbringing. I just got the impression that he's ashamed. He was obviously hiding it. But to be honest, I was actually shocked to find out that he came from a single-mother household. I never would have guessed that about him at all. Sorry, I just don't understand why you brought this up, Tanya. Why are we having this conversation? It's not very good to talk about this through messaging. I guess it's kind of hard to believe that Brian would hide the fact that he was only brought up by me, but I didn't think many people cared about that. Daisy knew about this information, and she's also met just me, so she knows everything about the family situation. Your daughter shared no judgment and was fine with everything. So you're telling me that Daisy knows everything that she needs to know about your family? Is that what you're trying to say? I can't believe she never said a thing to me about it. Did you tell her not to? Even though she knew about this, I don't see how my son has done anything bad by not telling you every single thing about him yet. I don't get why knowing that is such a big deal. Look, I'm sorry, I might not be understanding or something, but what is your point in this conversation exactly, Tanya? I'm just really confused, and I thought that we'd be trying to get along. If I actually knew that your son was from a single-parent household, I would have told him that he couldn't marry my daughter. I would have never permitted it. I'm sorry, but what did you just say to me? Are you telling me that Brian wouldn't have been allowed to marry Daisy because he was raised by only one parent? I know that Brian works for a really well-established company, and I've heard that he's gotten a good education as well. I assumed his family would have been successful since he is. So I just thought that his parents are good people that put a lot of effort into getting a good education and being successful in life. Oh, is that what he told you? Oh, my son is definitely one to brag about his success, which is fine. He's done well in life. A lot of people come from different backgrounds, and I think my son isn't ashamed of sharing it. Yes, but I never expected that he was brought up by a single mother. It just doesn't make that much sense to me. Single mothers just sit at the bottom of society, you know. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? You think that because I have no husband, I've got no choice but to sit at the bottom of society? Look, all I want to happen today is for you to cut ties with your son, Brian. We can't have a single mother associated with our family. It's just not right. A family is supposed to contain a husband and wife and their children. If you do this, we'll allow him to marry Daisy, then everyone's problems are solved. Your son will be happier without his single mother. I really don't understand where you're coming from at all, Tanya. This is insane. You really think that single parents sit at the bottom of society? Isn't that what I've been trying to tell you throughout this entire conversation? I can't believe that he came from a poor single-parent family. I can't believe that he kept a secret like this until the moment we all decided to meet up with one another and for him to marry my daughter. I feel like I can't trust anyone anymore. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't have been kept in the dark about this. It's very important that we understand everything about you. You can't just assume that a single-parent household is sitting at the bottom of society. It makes it sound like we've been in poverty his entire life. I don't understand why Brian would hide this kind of detail about his family, but it's just a misunderstanding, okay? But I'm glad he eventually said something to you. There's no need for you to act like this. Hey, I never misunderstood anything, all right? Unfortunately, everything has been set up for tomorrow, but it should be okay if we cancel your part in the meeting, right? Aside from that, I don't really have anything else to talk about with a woman who sits at the bottom of society with the rest of the single mothers. Please, take it easy, Tanya. You really know nothing about me, so you need to stop assuming things this instant. I was looking forward to tomorrow. It's an important opportunity to get to know each other as a family. It would be terrible if I was made to cancel all of it because of a misunderstanding, right? Carly, I don't get what you're talking about because there are no misunderstandings here. You're a single mother, are you not? I've got no desire to be associated with a poor woman like you. It's just not a good look. If you don't cut ties with Brian, then I've got no choice but to reconsider this marriage. I'm planning to tell Daisy what's going to happen if you don't do this. We don't want you involved with this family. This isn't going to work, and I have no intention of trying to get along with you, you piece of filth. No, there's definitely a misunderstanding because you understand who I am as a person. To be honest with you, I'm not poor. When are you actually going to read my messages properly and understand what I'm saying? Look, how about we just talk about each other's background tomorrow at the dinner? Like I said before, it's a great chance to get to know each other. I do apologize that it's come to this, but you really need to stop making these assumptions about me, okay? Wouldn't it be better to meet and talk this out first than do this over messaging? We'll be digging holes deeper and deeper if we keep messaging like this. Well, by the looks of it, I guess you're not going to cancel your reservation at our table tomorrow. You're going to end up regretting this decision. Tomorrow you'll be in an upper-class restaurant, so you, a poor woman, will be so happy, won't you? I bet you've got nothing nice to wear, either. I don't think I'll be acting the way you assume I will, but thanks for the advice you're giving. I'll also be a little more careful with what I choose to wear. Well, the better thing to do would be not coming to the dinner tomorrow, okay? I've given you a lot of advice, so you need to take it seriously. And again, I thank you for that. But this is all for my son, and I'll put him first in this. I've got no plans to cancel. I'll see you tomorrow for the family meeting, Tanya. Whatever concerns my son concerns me. Okay, you've made your point in this. You should have taken my advice. You need to go home early. Don't even think about showing your face in front of my family again. Wow, I am stunned by your reaction, Tanya. I thought that you were a grown woman who knew how to treat people better. How can you be so rude and judgmental? I never expected that Daisy's mother would be so arrogant. How could you be like that in front of so many people? It's crazy. Have you actually lost your mind? Are you serious with that line, Carly? A poor woman's words like that don't even hurt me. At least I'm not a single mother like you. Hey, I had to hold myself back since we were all greeting each other for the first time before my son gets married to your daughter. This is about them, not us, so you need to be more mature in this situation. I've hit the limit of my patience, so of course I'll be going home. Please give my regards to your husband, Rick. I'm sure he's not impressed with how this has turned out. My husband will be coming to the restaurant sometime soon, but I'll have dinner with my family, and then we will leave. I'm sure my husband wants nothing to do with you either, Carly. I bet that you really wanted to eat at a really high-class restaurant. You know, I really wish you could have eaten that food that was specially prepared for you. When it comes to cooking, do you even call them dishes? What makes you think that I don't know anything about food? Do you really think I'm not as educated as you? Well, I know that being in a restaurant like this is such a treat for you. Since you're a poor person, you should eat as much as you can. I really didn't expect my son's own mother-in-law would be down on his mother so much. To be honest, I'm shocked that a mother has this sort of attitude. Would you please hold back on making me cut ties with my son? It's a horrible idea. What if I were to make a complaint about you? Huh, Yeah, sure you will. If you were to come back inside now, I'll feed you some food, okay? But I did say yesterday, you'll regret it if you do anything. Wow, you look down on me and then you're overjoyed at the fact that I walked out of the restaurant. You're the one who's going to regret the joy you have. I hate to break it to you, but you'll soon see what hell feels like soon enough, Tanya. You'll be the one regretting all the actions you took. Karma works in mysterious ways, you know. What the heck? What the hell are you even talking about? Do you really think over-exaggerating is going to do anything to me? If you wanted to eat with me that much, you should have come back here and sat at the table. I'll admit you've got a lot of courage, but it doesn't change where you've come from. Let the two families meet and we can enjoy dinner at a 5-star restaurant. Oh, if only you weren't a poor single parent and think that one dish is a whole meal. All right, that's it. I've had enough of this. I feel uncomfortable being in this conversation, so if you'll excuse me, I'll leave. It seems like my son will be going home with you today, so I'll leave you all to it. I'll just try and take my mind off of this. This is too much for me right now. I don't need this.
Tanya, you need to listen to what I'm about to say to you. What did you say to that person? You need to tell me every single detail of that conversation right now. I mean it.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. You need to give me a bit more of an explanation.
I was late for a meeting because I ran into Brian and he talked to me. Did his mother already leave to go home? I heard that you only had her there so that you could target her with your terrible attitude. Don't you think you're mistaken? Are you kidding me with this crap, Tanya?
Oh, you met up with Brian. Oh, that's nice, dear. That's right. I guess I did kind of target her. You know full well that a woman at the bottom of society is not suitable for being in this family. So I told her nice and politely to not show up to the dinner and to just go home. What's so wrong with that? We don't need her kind around here.
Are you kidding me, Tanya? Would you cut the crap? Why do you always have to start drama? This is why I never tell you anything.
Excuse me? Oh, you can't just talk to me like this, Rick. What on earth are you talking about anyways? Why don't you tell me things?
Because you always read things the wrong way. Don't you understand what you did? That person you pushed away is the president of my company.
Huh? What person? Who's the president of the company? Oh, what are you talking about, Rick? Rick, you're not making a lick of sense to me.
Brian's mother, Carly, the one you've been treating so horribly, is the president of the company I work for. President Wilson. Do you have any idea what you've done right now? Can't you imagine all the blood rushing to my cheeks? I'm so embarrassed. Do you understand what you've done? She's my boss.
Whoa. Just rewind a little bit, okay? What are you saying? I've got no idea what's going on. I'm so confused, Rick. Are you saying that Carly is your boss? Not that miserable and poor single mother. Oh, surely not. You must be mistaken.
You're seriously the scum of all humanity, Tanya. Why did you treat her this way just because she raised her son as a single mother? Her husband was actually the previous president of the company. Unfortunately, he passed away in a car accident over 10 years ago.
Oh, God, are you being serious? Look, I had no idea that any of that happened to her and that her husband was the last president of your company.
I was the one that asked her son to marry our daughter in the first place. I feel like that's a pretty coherent conversation, Tanya. I was so happy that our children decided to get married to each other. Originally, I was the one asking Carly to set them up as a couple.
What the heck are you saying? Why didn't you tell me such important matters? You should have kept me in the loop so none of this would have happened. I had no idea about all of this at all. I had no idea that Carly was the president of the company. It was so hard to imagine her as a president. What's so bad about me acting like I did?
President Wilson didn't want people to pay too much attention to her high-level position. I didn't say anything because I wanted us to get to know each other. Not as career people, but as family, the way we should have done it. I really thought that you had more manners than what you showed, but I was wrong. I really never expected anything like this to happen. This is all your fault, you stupid woman. How could you treat her like that?
Okay, just hold on a minute. Daisy just left. Where the heck is she going? Oh, for goodness sake, if things continue like this, I'll be alone in this restaurant. It's going to be so awkward sitting at this huge table. Oh, this was not supposed to happen. This is all that woman's fault. She should have just been truthful about herself. Can you please hurry up and get here, Rick? Let's just discuss things and think about all of this together. If we just put our minds to it, we can come up with a solution. Oh, it's not that big of a deal, is it?
No way am I coming over there just so you won't be alone at a table. It's completely impossible to reason with you, Tanya. You've really screwed this up for me, your daughter, and this whole family.
What did you just say to me? What's so impossible about talking to me? All you had to do was tell me the truth. If you just told me in advance, none of this would have happened, so don't throw all the blame on me.
I never told you anything because you're always so quick to judge people before you get to know them. I can't even look at your face right now. You also need to leave the restaurant right now. Even if I go and apologize to President Wilson, it doesn't change what you said and did to her. For now, the reservation will only be for Brian and Daisy. It wouldn't be good if you were still hanging around and ruining the mood, so get out. You've caused enough trouble for one day and for a lifetime, to be honest. How dare you treat a widow so badly? She never asked for this single mother life. How dare you be so rude?
Wait, Rick, don't you think you're being a little bit too harsh right now? Oh, wait, sweetheart, please, where are you going right now? Please, talk to me. Hello, Carly? Are you there? I really do apologize for messaging so late at night. Do you have time to talk by any chance right now? What do you want to say to me this time, Tanya? What could you possibly say so that it seems like you're looking down on me? I've got absolutely nothing at all to say to you anymore. I'm done listening to all the nonsense you say. You've said and done enough. Are you just trying to dish out more crap to make me feel bad? Oh, please don't say that. It's imperative that I talk to you right now. I've come here to apologize, but also say that isn't it terrible that we couldn't participate in the dinner tonight? I had no idea that you were the president of a company. I really did act a little rude tonight, and I shouldn't have. It was not good. If I had known that you were the president of my husband's company, I wouldn't have behaved the way that I did. Well, what you said to me told me all there is to know about you, Tanya. I know enough now about you and what judgments I need to make. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Carly, I just admitted that if I had known more about you, I wouldn't have acted like that. You know, Tanya, my managing director had something to say about your attitude. I can't trust people who turn their backs on me. He was right in not saying anything to you. The words you said and the way you behaved to me yesterday and today was enough for me to see. I've got no desire to become relatives with you. Okay, I understand why you would say that to me, but you calling off our children's marriage just because you don't like me is a bit far, isn't it? There's no way that I could possibly cancel their marriage when they go quite well together. I'm not that much of a self-centered person. Huh? What you're saying makes no sense then. We'll probably be relatives if this marriage still goes on, right? I'm Daisy's mom and you're Brian's mom. Well, I guess it was a good idea to have had you join us at the restaurant. I just wish I knew more about you. But I don't know why you got me kicked out, though. I guess you've misunderstood the situation once again, Tanya. I wasn't the one who kicked you out. You were kicked out by your husband, Rick. It seems like Daisy and Rick have grown really fond of me and didn't want me to be interrogated or berated by you. Huh? What do you mean that they've grown fond of you? What have you done for my husband and daughter to make them like you so much? You know why they like me, even if I don't have to tell you all the details. Your husband must have told you this himself, right? I don't get what you're talking about, Carly. I was told that he would get a divorce from me and that I would have to leave the house. I'm just feeling so emotional right now. I just can't think straight. There's no way that he's being serious, right? Oh, this can't be happening to me. Well, that's not something that I know about, Tanya. That's your own business that you have to deal with because of what you did. Your actions angered our managing director, who is normally really calm when issues arise. I guess this won't ever end for him unless he does something about it. Well, it sounds like now you'll have nothing to do with Daisy anymore, so there's not much reason to refuse their marriage, right? What do you mean by that? Are you telling me that Daisy and you will no longer be a part of my family anymore? How can you possibly do this? Don't you think you're taking this a bit too far, Carly? Oh, you do realize that she's my daughter, right? You can't make her leave me. I'm not making her or your husband do anything they don't want to do. Your actions have embarrassed her and Rick, and they just don't want you around anymore. We're going to let your family decide what they're going to do about this mess of a situation. To be honest, it doesn't matter to me if you get divorced or that they're cutting ties with you. Even if those things don't happen, I'm sure they'll still decide to not hang around a family member like you anymore. What? How dare you say something like that to me? My own family can't do this to me. I've come here to apologize, and this is what I get in return? I want Brian to be happy, and he's very happy with Daisy. She's a good girl, and she doesn't have any of your horrible traits. That's why I am agreeing to them getting married. I want what's best for them. You obviously care more about status than anything else. At least I knew that they loved each other very much. With or without knowing my circumstances, you still made assumptions about me and decided to make me go away just because I'm a single mother. I lost my husband. I wasn't a single mother by choice. I can't forgive you for treating me like a poor person when I'm not. You shouldn't be treating anyone like that at all. Don't you think it's natural for me to have this sort of response? That I don't want you involved with this family after what you've said? Please don't do this to me. Please just ignore what I said and did earlier on. I've been reflecting on what I did, and I was definitely going a bit insane. I just automatically thought that single mothers are generally poor because their husbands leave them with nothing. I didn't know you lost yours. But now I understand what's going on here. Look, Carly, I'm really sorry for what I did, and I'll never do it again. Could you please mediate between me and my husband? He's not listening to me, and he won't return any of my calls. Since you're his boss, I'm sure he'll listen to you and he'll do what you say. Wait, what? Why are you getting me involved for? Why should I have to do it? Your marriage and the relationship you have with your daughter is none of my business. I'm not some witch who can magically fix your problems. My husband is really angry with me because I made you angry when I didn't mean to. I had no idea of your situation. This will all be resolved if you just tell Rick that you don't care and that we can all start over and just try and build a family together. Don't destroy my marriage. Tanya, you've brought this on yourself. You're destroying your own marriage, not me. Stop blaming me for everything that goes wrong in your life. I've got no idea where you're coming from with all of this, but I've had enough of it. You've completely betrayed your husband's trust in not making judgments. We all are simply rejoicing in the fact that the children are going to marry each other. I've arranged another meeting with us excluding you. I feel so sorry for Rick that it had to come to this, but you just ruined everything and, well, you've got to pay for it now. You can sulk and beg all you want, but nothing's going to change. Please, just do something to help me. Oh, what will happen if I get divorced? If that happens, I've got nowhere else to go. I'll be homeless. I don't want to be thrown out onto the streets. I don't belong out there. And that's not all. Daisy's also mad at me, right? Oh, just please help me out. Don't mess up my family any more than it already is. I'm begging on my knees right now. Please help me out and talk to my husband. I'm really over this entire conversation, so if you'll excuse me, I've got business to attend to. But aren't you glad this happened, Tanya? At least now you'll find out how a poor person feels, right? Please, eat some rice before you get kicked out of your house. No wonder Rick wants nothing to do with you. You just screwed up everything just because you didn't want to listen. With that, I say goodbye to you, horrible woman. Stop judging a book by its cover. Get to know people first. It'll do you a lot of good to treat people better. You know what? I don't think I ever want to step foot into another 5-foot restaurant ever again because of you. You've put me off so much. In the end, Carly ignored Tanya for the rest of the night. Tanya tried to apologize to her over and over again, but it wasn't going to be enough. She tried to flatter Carly, but she was not paying her any attention. And of course, Daisy and Tanya's husband, Rick, also cut her out of their lives. Once they held another meeting without Tanya present, the meetings continued without her being there. They communicate way better without her around. Sounds like Daisy and Brian had an amazing wedding celebration and are happily married now. Tanya wasn't even invited, though she was the mother of the bride. She wasn't even allowed to come into the wedding venue at all. It's ironic how she couldn't attend, but it's the result of her own actions. There's no way that anyone would sympathize with Tanya on this. She brought it on herself.
Hello there. Am I correct in saying that this is Fiona Foster's number? I need to talk to you about something. It's important that we have a little heart-to-heart soon, since we're going to be related.
I'm sorry? Oh, I don't have this number in my contacts. But yes, this is Fiona Foster that you're talking to. By the way, who is this, and how did you get this number?
Well, I'm Amelia Reed. I'm David Reed's little sister. You must be the person coming over to meet us tomorrow. Is that correct? I just wanted to talk to you before I met you.
Oh, right. You're David's little sister. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I heard from David that you were wanting to get in touch with me, so you asked him for my number. Well, it's good to hear from you before we see each other tomorrow. What's up? What were you wanting to discuss with me exactly?
I'm sorry if this comes off as a bit rude or something along those lines, but may I ask what your occupation is? I was just curious as to what you do for a living.
Excuse me? Oh, you want to know what I do as a job? Okay, sure, I can tell you. Currently, I'm assisting with our family business as an office clerk.
I see. Oh, that makes total sense now. I thought that you had a job that might be something like that. To be honest, I should have guessed that you were doing some sort of desk work.
What do you mean by something like that? Amelia, I don't understand why you're asking me about what I do for work when it's not much of a big deal in the scheme of things.
Well, it kind of does to my family. Are you after our money because we're a family of doctors? Even if we started to notice you trying to steal our money, it wouldn't be so easy for you to do so. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to let you get so close to my brother with such intentions. He's not someone that you could just rip off.
Okay, Amelia, you don't seem to really know what's going on here. I think you've misunderstood the entire situation here. I'm not trying to marry for money at all.
Well, you might be able to deceive my brother or our parents, but it won't work with me. I can see right through you, Fiona. You're not going to get away with this. We're both women, and I know how to read another woman pretty easily. I understand what women truly want in life, especially when it comes to my family. It's so obvious if you're trying to marry for money, even if you can't admit it to yourself. I mean, look at the job you do. You're hardly making a living, and my brother has a lot of money, so this is your prime chance to snatch him up, right? Don't you see how disrespectful you're being towards my brother by using him for his money? He doesn't need a woman like that. Go and find another man to mess around with.
I'm not being disrespectful to David at all. What a rude thing to say to me. I'd do nothing like that to him because I love him, and there's more to life than just earning money.
There's literally no point in you having contact with my brother anymore because it's so obvious what your plan is from now on. I've caught you in the act, so you might as well end this madness. It's confirmed that you're just with my brother for the money. I think we'd all be very much okay with if you cancel your engagement with my brother, yeah?
Are you seriously kidding me right now, Amelia? The reason we decided to get married, even though we haven't all met, is because it was set up for us to date and get married. Do you really think that I would suddenly just approach David on the street and ask him to marry me just so that I can get to his money? Is that what you really think?
You might only be saying that now, because I actually caught you planning this little scheme. You can't go through with it now, otherwise I'll tell everyone what you're truly like. Wouldn't it just be easier and quicker for you to give up on David and just move on with your pathetic life, Fiona? On that note, we'll cancel tomorrow's meeting. Don't bother showing up to meet us. I've got no intention of accepting a money-seeking woman like you into this family. I don't even want to face you. How dare you say something like that to me? This isn't going to end well, and I think you know that. You can't just take over like this and dictate things about me marrying David, okay? Hey, David, I hope you're doing well today. I know you're busy, but I just wanted to tell you that Amelia got in touch with me just before. It was a very topsy-turvy conversation.
Ah, yes. She said to me that she wanted to try and get to know you a little bit more before everyone meets you tomorrow. I'm not surprised she got in touch with you today. She did mention to me that she wanted to contact you personally instead of talking to you through me. Was everything okay when you were messaging her? I hope that she didn't say anything weird to you. I hope that wasn't the reason why she wanted to contact you.
Well, I got the impression that she might be opposing our marriage to each other. Have you talked to anyone in your family about us or anything like that?
Oh, right. I had a feeling that she might be against this marriage. To be honest, I think she's had some sort of brother complex for a long time, and it's super strange to me. Considering our age gap, she hasn't really distanced herself from me, even though we're adults. It's kind of creepy and it's a bit gross. I try my best not to be around her too often.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, that's quite weird, yeah. But maybe if I don't want to create any more trouble, I shouldn't mess with your sister, right? If she's so against us getting married and that sort of thing, perhaps maybe it would be good to postpone or hold off on the meeting with everyone tomorrow.
Wait, what? What on earth are you talking about? You don't want to do this? Why not? You're not seriously going to do this because of my sister, are you?
I don't know, David. Maybe it would be better coming from you and your family when it comes to explaining all of this to Amelia. Don't you think it would be easier when you can do it with each other? Either way, I feel like this marriage is going a little bit too far. Don't you think we're being a bit hasty with all of this?
Really? You think that? I don't really think we're moving too fast at all, Fiona. I think the way things have been going between us has been absolutely fine. I don't think there's any point in worrying about what Amelia is trying to say to you anymore. She's just being super overprotective and creepy when it comes to me. Both my parents and I are really looking forward to our marriage and how we're gonna grow as a couple, so don't get this all twisted just because of my sister, okay? If it's all right with you, I'd like tomorrow to still go ahead as planned and you can meet everyone. We'll do it together, okay, Fiona? Please, and thank you.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, when you put it that way, okay, I'll still come over tomorrow for the meeting. Just please try and talk to Amelia so that she sees sense of all this. See you tomorrow, David. Are you literally stupid or something? Have you got short-term memory loss? This is unbelievable. Didn't I tell you yesterday to cancel the meeting with my family? But no, here you are. You came over when I told you to stay away. You're so stupid and you're going to regret not listening to me. What you need to do is leave my brother alone and learn how to take care of yourself, you money-stealing scumbag of a woman. I warned you to leave us alone. Okay, Amelia, do you have any idea of what you're trying to do here? Do you understand that what you want isn't going to happen? Don't you know what you've done? From what I've seen, I haven't done anything. All I'm trying to do is get rid of a scumbag who isn't listening to what I'm saying to them. You need to take my advice seriously. Would you please just cut this out and actually listen to what everyone is trying to say to you, Amelia? Please, I spoke to David yesterday about what you said to me. I told him that he'll explain everything to you so you'd understand. Look, I came all the way here today instead of canceling. However, I guess you didn't end up listening to David? Huh? What the heck are you even on about, you disgusting money grabber? There is nothing for me to listen to when it comes to you, so shut up. Don't you see how insane you're being right now? Your behavior is completely erratic. You can't just go up to someone you don't know, punch them, and tell them to go home immediately. A low-life, money-seeking woman just walked into my family's house like it was her own. I was just defending myself and my family, okay? What the heck are you talking about? Do you even know what self-defense means, Amelia? Did you even see me attempt to hit you? Well, you came into the house like you were ready to steal from us. How was I supposed to handle the situation? This was my chance since my brother took his eyes off me. The hand that I hit you with is bruised really badly now. You caused me to hurt myself. I should be asking for some sort of compensation because of that. What are you even saying to me right now? I can't believe how you're treating this situation. Aren't you an adult? Are you saying that this is all my fault when you were the one who hurt me? Oh, shut up, you stupid, pathetic woman. It's your fault because you came all the way here when I warned you to stay away from us. You didn't listen. All you are is some poor woman who is down in the dumps financially. So you're trying to marry into this family of doctors so you can get wealthy. There's no way that I'm going to approve of this marriage that you've set up with my brother, so you need to hurry up and leave. You really don't think that you're going to regret saying that to me, Amelia? You've got no idea what's going on here, do you? Do you ever listen to anyone in your family? Well, the details are a little fuzzy, but I know that you just want money, and that's it. You're so annoying, and you're the one who needs to listen to me. Oh yeah? Is that so? Fine, I'll do what you say then. I guess it's okay if I just go ahead and cancel this engagement to your brother then. I'll just go home and not bother him ever again. Could you let David know that I'm heading home and tell him it was all you're doing? I mean, it'll all be fine because I know that I'll explain everything properly. My brother was completely fooled by you. I knew your plan from the beginning. I'm protecting him from you. It is so crazy to think that you were both raised to be this insane about your brother. I'd feel embarrassed to know that you come from the same doctor family as David. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? Why are you mentioning my family all of a sudden? What do you mean by embarrassed? Look, if you're that against this marriage, then that's fine. I now know where you stand. To be honest, I wasn't so keen on getting married from the beginning either. So I'll just go home and not come back here again. However, I do think that you're going to end up regretting what you're doing, Amelia. It's your fault, but you can't help that, right? There is no way that I'm going to regret anything I said or did to you. What on earth are you even talking about, stupid woman? Well, I guess you're right. There's no point in talking about this anymore with you. Well then, I'll just leave and get on with my day. Give my regards to the rest of your family, Amelia.
Fiona? What's going on here? You've just disappeared all of a sudden? What's happened? My mother and father are waiting and wondering what's happening too. Did you disappear to the bathroom or something? Have you gotten nervous or scared to meet my parents? Please talk to me.
No, it's nothing like any of those things you said at all, David. David, how about we just pretend that this marriage isn't going to happen, okay?
What did you just say, Fiona? Are you kidding me right now? What's brought this on? Why are you saying such things to me? Didn't you like being at my parents' house? If you don't like it, we can change up the architecture if it's not so warm and welcoming for you. Where are you right now? I want to talk to you.
David, please calm down. All those things you're mentioning are not problems that I'm having at all. There's just no point in staying connected anymore. Please, just forget about me and what we've had. Please try and find someone else who's nice to get married to. I'm just not the best fit for you.
I don't believe anything you're saying to me. I know we match well together, and you know in your heart that it's true. Could you please at least give me a reason why you're saying this?
You want a reason? Isn't calling off the engagement reason enough for you? How else can I actually explain this to you, David? Ugh. The situation is so complicated. Would it be better in asking your sister directly about my reason for leaving? I think it would be easier for you to understand and quicker, too.
Wait a minute. Ask my sister about why you're canceling this engagement? You want me to ask Emilia? What did she do to you now, Fiona? I swear to God, she's nothing but trouble.
David, I've already said it. I think you should just ask her. After getting the blessing of your family, I go over to say hello, and it just doesn't go well. This time, for real, this marriage has been called off. But she's got no intention of backing down immediately, so I can't leave things as they are.
I'm so confused. What do you mean, leave things as they are? Please, tell me what she did to you, Fiona. I just want to be with you. Please ignore her.
I'll ask Amelia to take full responsibility on what she's done to me and to us in general today. She can't treat me like this anymore. She's going to regret messing with me.
Okay, just don't get too hasty. Just wait a minute, all right? I can't really picture this conversation clearly, so yes, I'll go to Amelia first and ask her what's going on.
Please do that. She'll be able to explain things better than I would, and she's the only one who's really at fault here. With that, I'll say goodbye for now. Amelia will explain everything to you. Hey, what the heck is your problem, you stupid woman? What did you say to my big brother, huh? He's gotten so mad at me. My mother and father are panicking as well. You said something. I know you did, you little cow. What the heck did you tell them? Why are they reacting like this towards me? I am their daughter, for goodness sake. You still don't understand, do you, Amelia? Considering this was all your doing, I'll tell you nice and clearly, so you better listen to me now, okay? Even if I don't get married, it's never been a problem for me. You're very much mistaken when it comes to me taking money from your family. You're very wrong. I am never wrong. You were definitely trying to marry my brother for our family's money. Why else would a poor woman like you hang out for? Well, if anything, it's probably to do with your family that's trying to get me to marry into the family for money more than anything, to be honest. Excuse me? What kind of nonsense are you talking about, Fiona? There's no way this family needs your money. We're a family of doctors, all right? Yeah, you're right about that, but they own a small hospital that's run by a really poor management team, right? You do know that, don't you, Amelia? Huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean? Run by poor management? No matter what, we're still doctors, and doctors always make a lot of money. You seem to misunderstand the situation that your family is in, Amelia. Haven't you asked your family about this yet? I'm the daughter of the major hospital in the city. What did you just say? Oh, this can't be true, can it? Your family owned a major hospital? Are you seriously trying to mess with me right now? Well, you're the one who arbitrarily judged me based on my value and what I do for a job, but you didn't seem to research on where I come from, did you? You made a huge mistake in judging me too quickly. Thinking that I'm not successful and downright poor, I'm the one who doesn't need your family's money. The truth of it is that you're the ones who need my help rather than the other way around, so you're the one who screwed up and not me. That has got to be a big, rotten lie. Like, who on earth is going to believe anything you say about yourself at this point? You can't just come out and say whatever you want. Well, Amelia, it's fine if you don't believe anything I say to you. Your parents and David will probably give you an explanation after this conversation we have. I mean, I guess they'll try and describe it to you in some form of explanation. Or they might just scold you and lecture you about what you've done. You really think my parents will lecture me? Why on earth would they do that when I've done nothing wrong? I was protecting my brother from you. Besides, we're all out of the house right now, so I'll ask them about all of this later. I know it's a lie anyway, but I can't help laughing about it. Well, I'm glad you're finally going to find out what's going on and that it's all your fault. You're going to regret what you did even more after this. Please, wait and prepare for their lecture, okay?
Hello again, Fiona. Do you have a moment? It's really important that I speak to you as soon as possible. I've got a few things to discuss with you.
Well, I'm not talking about this with you through a message. If this conversation is absolutely necessary, please consult with a lawyer and they can talk together.
Hold on a minute, a lawyer? What the heck are you talking about that for? All I was wanting to do was come here and apologize to you for yesterday.
You're a little too late, Amelia. Even if you realized what you did and want to say you're sorry now, nothing's going to change the outcome of this.
But you don't understand. I'm really, truly sorry about what happened yesterday. What I did was terrible. I get that now. I didn't realize that everything you said was actually true. I had no idea that anything like this was happening. I wasn't in the know at all. I'm really sorry. Would you please accept my apology and we can go back to the way things were before?
But you don't seem to understand that it's a little bit too late for apologies, Amelia. I don't want to hear it. You don't have to keep on apologizing anymore.
What? Really? So will you forgive me then if you don't want to hear me say I'm sorry anymore? We can try and be friends now, right?
Do you really think that I'm going to forgive you after all the horrible things you did and said? You were just doing your own thing and didn't care what happened.
Okay, if you're not going to accept my apology and forgive me, could you at least get back together with my brother and continue with the engagement, please? I had no idea that the financial condition of our hospital was so bad. My parents didn't speak to me about it at all. Yesterday, they and my brother got so mad at me. I never heard about any of the details until they told me about the arrangement that was going on. I just didn't know what was happening, all right?
Oh, is that right, Amelia? Well, that's a shame. Such a shame that you never took the time to read what was going on in the first place and screw everything up for them.
Just please understand that it wasn't my brother's fault, and you should really get back together with him now, okay? Please accept his proposal, Fiona. It seems that the family really wants him to marry you, and not just because of your money, but it seems that you both have a genuine connection with each other. I can see it now. My brother really is in love with you, and I'm sure that he wants you back still. Please just don't leave him like this.
Yeah, well, I refuse to do anything that you tell me, Amelia. Since when were you the boss of me, huh? I'm an adult who can make their own decisions.
Excuse me? What? Why not? Why won't you take him back? Is this normally how you refuse someone? There is nothing wrong with me trying to apologize and make this right.
I said this yesterday, too. I originally wasn't keen on doing this marriage. However, the family had to bring me into this family for some reason or another. It was tough seeing their faces when I was standing right in front of them. I just knew then that it was going to be so difficult to refuse them. But I'm grateful for what you did because, in fact, you gave me a way out of the whole thing. Thanks to you, I have no reason to go through with this marriage to David.
Please, don't say things like that. It was all just a huge mistake on my part, okay? We all want you to be a part of this family, so please do that.
It's no use you saying that, especially when you come off so desperate. Your parents told you everything, right? Their hospital needs our help. The hospital's business situation is deteriorating, and now, because of us getting married, they wanted to partner up with our facility.
Wait a minute. Is that really true? That my parents' hospital is in financial turmoil? I didn't hear anything about that, but the story I was told was completely different.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you apart from that's the problem that your parents are having at the moment. Look, I've got no intention of being engaged to David. Nothing is going to change when it comes to what you've said and done to me. I'm not taking any more of this crap from you, Amelia. But I bet that you're definitely regretting your actions now, aren't you? I knew that you would. I bet you've been regretting a lot in these past 24 hours, right?
I'm definitely regretting what I said to you, and I'm really sorry, and I should have acted better towards you since you're going to be my sister-in-law. Please, join my family.
No matter how many times I have to repeat myself, you still don't listen, do you? The answer is N-O. It's a no from me, all right? On that note, if you'll excuse me, I've got things to do.
what is going on here? Did you just file a report against me? What on earth for? Why are you suing me?
Did you really think you were going to get away with everything you did? Of course I filed a report against you. A stranger hit me in the face, so how does them being free for their actions make sense?
Huh? But it was just a stupid accident, and I apologized to you so much the other day. I can't believe you've actually gone and done this to me when I am trying to make things right.
Of course I'm doing this because of everything that happened was because of you and your actions. Don't you get that? You hit me, so that gives me the right to sue you, okay? Don't you know how laws work here? I'll make sure that I get the compensation that I deserve and that you pay for my medical expenses also, so be prepared.
This can't seriously be happening to me right now. This is impossible. Fiona, don't you know what kind of situation that I'm in right now? We're in a bad situation when it comes to our finances. I don't have the funds to pay for anything that happened. Also, some of this was your fault, too.
The financial situation that you're in is definitely not my fault at all. But if you really want to explain it to me, then go right ahead.
Look, my parents have disowned me, and they've kicked me out of the house. My brother wants nothing to do with me anymore because he's still so angry about what happened. He's cutting ties with me, Fiona. How does a brother do that to his baby sister? I take responsibility for interfering with your marriage, okay? But don't you think you're going too far with this?
You know, I don't think that I am. You know that this is all just karma biting you on the behind, right? Do you know the saying, what goes around comes around? That applies to you so well right now. All of this is your own doing, so now you're going to pay for it whether you like it or not.
You've got to be kidding me right now. Fiona, you can't do this to me. My parents have thrown me out onto the streets. I can't survive if I have to compensate you. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I just thought that you were trying to steal my parents' money. That's all. It was an honest mistake. Don't you get that?
Yes, I get that you made a huge mistake, but you treated me so badly when I didn't deserve it. If you actually just played nice from the start, none of this would be happening right now. Now, I'm going to treat you as nobody but a stranger because I am sick and tired of dealing with your crap and your moaning and groaning.
I'm sorry. Please, don't do this to me. It'll ruin my life. I'll be poor forever. Please, just marry my brother and we'll be one big happy family. Just don't abandon me on the streets.
Hey, you're just going to have to find a way to survive. You're an adult after all. You should act like one. Don't contact me anymore because I'm not going to answer your messages. I'm going to make sure that you pay me the compensation that I need to recover from this trauma. Maybe you'd better find a job before spending more money on a lavish lifestyle. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon enough, so you better get one to help build your case. But you're going down. Good luck with everything, Amelia. After that huge drama with Amelia, David and Fiona started to reconnect with each other since he cut ties with his little sister. They started to talk to each other and met up on a couple of dates. Surprisingly, they've become more open to each other in terms of communication and about their background than ever before. So with that, they both started dating each other properly since there was a spark there between them. Because of the poor management that David's family was experiencing at their hospital, he decided that it would be better for him to take over his father's position. He was getting old and tired, so it was better off to pass the job over to his son. The situation seems to be improving and they're gaining more patients. They're also able to upgrade all of the machines and equipment they use and are slowly coming out of the red. When it comes to David's little sister Amelia, Fiona has no idea what actually happened to her. But it sounds like the family have completely cut ties with her and have no contact with her. She did bring this on herself since she didn't listen to her parents or to Fiona and David. It's best not to quickly judge people before getting to know them. Fiona hopes that Amelia learns to grow up, be independent, and get a job. Fiona would really like her compensation back since she knows what she deserves.
Hey Hilda, how's it going? I feel like we haven't talked in forever. How has life been treating you? I just wanted to reach out because I just learned how old you are. Man, I have to say that I was just shocked. I mean, don't you worry about your age ever? You should probably start looking into a retirement home or something at this point, don't you think? Just how many vitamins are you having to take a day just to stay functional?
Sorry, this is the reason you wanted to message me, Lindsay? I guess I just really don't know what to say at all. I was going to congratulate you on your wedding, though. I mean, I really didn't see my brother getting married so soon after he started his new job.
Well, I guess he must have learned from watching you what he didn't want to be.
And just what might you mean with that statement just then, Lindsay?
I mean that you're way older than him and you're still not married. You think he wanted that life for himself after seeing you go through it? I just don't get it, Hilda. How are you not married yet? I get that you're really into your job and that's all you think about and everything, but you think that you would have at least met one other person to be in a relationship with? I don't know how I could live with myself if I were you. It must feel just absolutely soul-crushing to be a woman of age and know that you have no one special to come home to after work. I just don't know how I'd ever be able to do something like that.
I really don't feel that way at all, if you must know. I don't have any problem at all with not being married. I'm actually very happy with my life like this, and I don't really feel the need to go out and do something like that. And just what's the rush to get married anyways? That's something that I've never been able to understand about this craze for getting married so young. I mean, even my little brother Sam, who you're married to now, was already talking about how badly he wanted to get married as soon as he got out of college. I just really don't get what the point of wanting to rush into something like that is. It seems like it would make way more sense for something like that to come naturally.
What's the point in waiting to get married any longer after you've already secured a job? That's just what comes next in any adult life. First, you get a job, then you get married, then you have kids. So as you can see, you have a lot of catching up to do, you old hag.
Okay, Lindsay, I don't know why you're even acting so surprised about my age. After all, you are 25 years old, aren't you? So I get why you would want to marry a young man like my brother. But you do realize that he's still technically a college student, right? He was only given his job offer, but he literally hasn't even started working yet.
And so what if I'm 25 years old? It's about making the most of the time while you have it. And I'm not going to let myself go to waste just to end up some shriveled up old hack like you. I honestly don't even know how you can live with yourself the way you are. It's just sad, really. I mean, don't you have any shame about your life at all?
I really think that you're being quite rude to me right now. I don't want to get married. I don't see the point in getting married so early, and I think those are both perfectly fair points to hold. If you're getting married because it's something you both want to do, then I think that is just great, Lindsay. I mean, I've talked to Sam about this, and even he can't believe that he's getting married so young. But as long as you both are happy, I don't have any kind of objections.
You don't know what you're talking about at all. Sam was never nervous about marrying me. He was nervous about whether or not he was going to be offered his job or not. He knew that I wanted to quit mine and become a housewife, so he knew that this marriage wouldn't work unless he had a job first. And now I'm going to get married and live my dream life. Especially compared to you. Now I want to have to grind myself down to nothing for some company that doesn't care at all about me. Does that sound familiar, Hilda? I'm really sorry if it does. I didn't mean to touch a nerve. Maybe you should have just swallowed your pride and gotten married when you were younger and had a chance to.
Right, well, I am glad that you and Sam are so sure about this wedding working out then. I suppose that I'll see you at the wedding itself then.
Wait a second. What do you mean you're going to see us at the wedding? Don't tell me that you were going to come to Sam and I's wedding.
Well, yes, he is my little brother after all. I was very much planning on being there if you really want to know.
So you're really going to come to the wedding then? You're being serious about that? You are actually going to be present at the wedding? That is going to be held between Sam and I? Just what the heck do you think you're even going to do there at the wedding, huh? What would even be the point of you showing up?
I'm not quite sure that I understand what you mean by that. I mean, like I just said, it's my little brother's wedding. I was going to go there so that I could help him celebrate and be with my family to watch him get married. Does that really not make any sense to you?
But to do what? Why are you going to be there? I want to know what exactly is it in your plan on doing at Sam and I's wedding.
I am really sorry to keep asking, Lindsay, but I really am not sure about what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by what do I intend to do there. I was just going to participate like everyone else and help you both celebrate. Does that make sense to you?
So you're really just going to show up to a wedding for young people and not be slightly embarrassed about all of that? Even though you're so old and unmarried? You do know that basically everyone there is going to be in their 20s, don't you? There isn't a place for you with that kind of crowd, Hilda. Just think about it. You're already in your 30s. You won't understand a word of our slang and you'll complain that the music is too loud and that your back hurts. There will just be too big a generation gap between you and the other guests.
I am sure that a lot of your and Sam's friends are going to be there and that they are going to be a fair bit younger than I am. But I imagine your families are also invited to be there, right? So I'm going to go there as part of the family and be there for my little brother's wedding, okay? I really am not going to the wedding to try and make friends with your friends or anything like that, if that was what you were worried about. But either way, I really don't care about how old anyone is there because that isn't even what the wedding is about, right?
Of course that's what the wedding is about. How can you say it doesn't matter how old you are? You really don't think that you can just come and that you won't cause any problems for the wedding, right? Do you have dementia or something? Is that why you're thinking this way?
Lindsay, I really think that you are going too far with all of these insults, and I would appreciate it if you stopped it. I have already talked to Sam about this, and he knows that I intend to be there for the wedding. I am his family. I am his older sister, and I have a right to be there whether you like it or not.
You really think it's your right to be at the wedding? You must have hit your head or something. Why on earth do you think that this is how it works at all? You really are too much. You're an unmarried 30-year-old woman. As far as I'm concerned, you've already given up all your rights.
So you're not really going to try and meet me halfway or compromise on this at all? You do realize that all you're doing is getting yourself in deeper and deeper trouble at this point, don't you?
There you go again, just talking this nonsense. You really shouldn't forget to take your pills, Grandma. And just what do you know about me, huh? What makes you think that I'm getting into any trouble?
This whole conversation is just getting rather ridiculous for me, Lindsay. I don't want to be insulted by you anymore. Let me just say that I am going to be at the wedding, but I am more than happy to avoid you and your friends if you are so concerned that my presence is going to be a problem there.
You really have some nerve showing up to this wedding of youth. Do you know that? I really didn't think that I'd see you. I had hoped that you were sufficiently warned the last time that we talked, but I guess I didn't go far enough, did I? I should have known that I would have had to repeat myself way more for a brittle old woman like you to get what I was saying through your thick skull.
You keep making fun of my mental acuity, but what about you? Did you hit your head or something? Just what on earth made you think that doing that was a good idea? Why would you do something like that?
If you are looking for someone to blame, you can start with yourself. You can start with yourself. You know that I warned you not to come before, and yet you decided to show up anyways. You were practically asking for it.
What are you talking about, Lindsay? What did I even do that was wrong? I don't understand it all. All I wanted to do was be there for my little brother on his wedding day. But instead, you run up to me and punched me right in the gut. I felt like I was about to puke. Did you know that? I could hardly breathe after that. Why would you hit someone and act so violently on your own wedding day? You're a terrible person, do you know that? I had no idea you were capable of something like that.
Oh, please. Don't make such a big deal over it. I barely even hit you that hard. I just wanted to pay you back a little for not listening to me when I told you not to come. If you chose to run away from the venue like you did, then that's also on you. Don't you dare try to put the blame on me for any of this. Do you understand?
You still assaulted me. You do realize that that's illegal, don't you? Why would you even want to act that violently at your own wedding? I just don't understand it at all.
Oh, please. Quit being such a big baby. I must have forgotten I was dealing with a fragile old woman when I hit you, but I told you that this wedding was going to be for young people only, and that you weren't welcome here.
Can you please just stop with this younger than you business? It is seriously annoying, and you have taken it way too far now. I get that when you're young, you might think that you're on top of the world and that you look down on old people. But you are taking this way too far and just being unreasonable now. I have tried to be patient with you as my brother's fiancé. But even I have my limits, and you have most certainly crossed them. I mean, the fact that I even have to explain to you that it's wrong to hit people. It's just ridiculous. You're crazy, do you know that? Why would you do something like this?
Oh, please. How dare you try to lecture me? Just because you're older doesn't mean that you're wiser or smarter than me, or that you can boss me around. You're just jealous because you're almost 10 years older than your little brother, and you're still not married. You were making the whole venue smell like mothballs and old people. That's why I had to think of something to get you out of there as fast as I could. You were ruining everything with your horrible oldness.
Okay, this is just stupid. I don't have to put up with this. If you're really going to act in this way, then I think I'll just go home. You're not worth the effort at all. Do you realize that?
Well, good. Get out of here. You were never ever welcomed here to begin with. I hope you didn't forget your walker for your trip home, you old hag. Leave and never come back. You were never even wanted here in the first place.
I don't even know why you're insisting that this wedding is for young people only. That really doesn't even make sense with our parents all here as well.
Well, of course our parents were going to go home, but only because I have them special permission and told them it was okay. Something that I specifically didn't say to you.
You are seriously just delusional if you think that any of this makes sense or that this is any way to treat another person. I just can't even deal with you anymore. So I'll do as you say and just go home then. But you better know that you are going to regret what you've done to me and that nothing you are saying is going to change what happens next. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
There you go again with your melted brain rumblings. You really think that you can do anything to me at all? The only thing that I regret is not kicking you out of here sooner. I should have tossed you out the moment I saw you.
Right, then I guess I'll just be heading off. I've had enough of this from you. You're a horrible woman. You'll make a horrible wife. And I would be surprised if you even make it through the wedding.
Pick up the phone right now. Can't you see that I've been calling you this whole time? Why wouldn't you answer your phone? I thought that old people were supposed to love talking on the phone and hated texting. So when you see that you're getting a call from me, you pick it up right away, got it? Things are falling apart here and I want an explanation for what's going on.
Oh, are things not going so well for you at your wedding? I'm terribly sorry to hear that, but don't say that I didn't warn you. And you have got to be joking if you think that I'd ever want to talk to you on the phone after the way you treated me today. I would rather lose my hearing.
Please, don't be like this. Lindsay, I'm really serious. This is an emergency. Please, you have to help me.
I don't understand what you want me to do now. I did just as you said and left your wedding to go home. That is what you wanted me to do, isn't it?
So then you really did go all the way back home. Why would you do that? What's the matter with you? I need you to get back here to the wedding venue right this second.
Do you really want me to come back and be at your wedding even after you punched me in the gut? Are you sure about that, Lindsay? You really must be one of the most selfish women that I've ever met. I don't think I've ever known someone as self-centered and crazy as you are.
Please, Hilda. We don't have time for this. Just get back here right now. Things are seriously falling apart and I really, really need you right now. It's an emergency, okay?
I suppose the emergency is that my brother heard what you did and that's why the whole wedding is falling apart around you, isn't it? Or maybe he heard about you, wouldn't stop making fun of me and saying all kinds of horrible things to me. But all the while, you had no idea that I was actually the president of the company where Sam got his job. You really are a moron. Do you know that? You were already stupid for assaulting someone for no reason. But you didn't even realize the mistake you were making.
But how was I supposed to know that you were the president of the company that Sam got his job offer from? I seriously had no idea what you even did for a living. And Sam never ever mentioned that he only had his job because of his connection to you. He never told me so. How was I supposed to know? None of this is my fault. But I heard that you told Sam that you were going to take back your job offer to him. Please, you can't do that to him for something that I did. This isn't fair on anyone, right?
And just why isn't it fair for me to do that? I don't want anything to do with a crazy woman like you ever again. You were just horrible, and I want you out of my life as soon as possible. And if I want that to really happen, it means that I have to find every way to cut you out of my life. In this case, that just so happens to include my relationship with Sam too. So, I just can't let him work in my company where I would run the risk of running into or even having to hear about you. It was a pretty cut and dry decision to me.
No, that still doesn't make any sense. I mean, why does Sam have to lose his job just because you don't want to deal with me? Don't you think that's taking things so far?
Sorry, you misunderstand. He's not being fired at all because he still doesn't have the job. We sent him an offer. But there was still a lot of paperwork in between that and him actually working for me. So I withdrew our offer to him and wished him the best of luck in finding another job. Or rather, I think he would rather have had more time to find backup jobs if not for you. I heard that you put most of the work for the wedding planning on him as well. And whenever he said that he wanted to try and focus on job hunting, you would threaten to break up with him. And my brother, being the kind boy that he is, agreed to go along with the wedding plan so that he didn't disappoint you.
I just wanted a husband who was always going to put me first, and I thought that this would be a good way to test him. I didn't want a husband who didn't even have time for a relationship because he was too busy working like you.
Well, you probably could have thought of a better way to go about that. Because if Sam doesn't have a job, then you're not going to be able to be a housewife like you always wanted to be.
Please, you can't do this. Please, don't take away your brother's job like this. I promise that I apologize to you for everything that I've said up to now. I really didn't realize what I was doing at all. I only want to marry your brother. Is that really so bad? Haven't you already done enough to ruin my actual wedding? Can't you just leave things as they are and let Sam and I get married in peace without any more drama?
Are you really trying to pin all of this on me right now? Let's not forget that you were the one who ran to me and punched me, okay? You overreacted by several miles, and now you're going to try and pin something that is entirely your fault on me. You seriously need to wake up.
Just shut up, you old hag. You don't know what you're talking about at all. You're ruining my life. You're literally the reason my wedding is falling apart, and you need to do something to fix it right now. I'm really serious.
I don't care how serious you are. I am not going to change my mind. And nothing you say is going to change that at all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the police station and file a report against you. So I'll be quite busy with that.
Wait, what? What do you mean you have to go to the police to file a report against me? What does that even mean?
Well, it means that since you assaulted me, I have a right to report you to the police for what you did to me. Do you understand? I go to the police. I tell them that I've been assaulted. I say that it was you. And then they arrest you and look into the incident. Does that make sense?
But wait! You can't be serious about this, right? I mean, you're my sister-in-law. I didn't mean for things to happen like this, but please, we're about to be family, so there's no point in doing this. You don't need to go this far, Hilda. It was just a little joke, that's all.
It certainly didn't feel like a joke when you punched me in the gut. And I have no intention of forgiving you for what you did to me either. We are going to take this to the court and solve this like adults.
So you're really going to sue me then? You're really going to have me arrested too? You know that I wasn't serious about the punch. Please, haven't you already done enough? Why do you have to go this far?
If you think that I'm buying a word that you're saying, you're dead wrong. Why don't you just own up to what you did like an adult?
If I admit what I did was wrong, will you let me go?
Well, now you're just admitting that the only reason you would apologize would be to let go. But it's way too late for that.
Of course it's not too late. Don't say that. Please. All I want to do is get married. You don't have to do this. I didn't even do anything to you. I just got a little carried away.
I would say that you were more than a little carried away. I mean, you literally hit me.
Well, I guess I did technically hit you, yes?
Well, there you have it. And I'm afraid that as long as he's with you, I want nothing to do with my brother either.
Please, I really didn't know about any of this at all. I had no idea that you were the president of Sam's company, and I had no idea that you could just take the offer away from him like that.
Well, it's all very true. But even if it wasn't, it still wouldn't make what you did okay in the slightest. You realize that, don't you? Especially after the shock you gave to everyone over what you did.
Shock? What do you mean? What did I do? Who did I shock?
Well, all of our relatives there who saw you punch me for one.
But I didn't think that anyone was looking at me when I did that.
You didn't think that people at a wedding weren't staring at the bride the entire time? You really are more stupid than I ever thought possible. In the end, the wedding between Sam and Lindsay ended up being canceled, and Sam called off the engagement. In return, I let him keep his job. I did, however, go through with the police report, and Lindsay was arrested for hitting me. Even her parents disowned her for what she did. She tried to beg me for help, but I blocked her number and never heard from her again. I did hear, however, that the police arrived at the wedding venue and arrested her in front of everyone.